What's up, everyone, and thanks for watching. We got that new carb in for that twin cam wide glide. Excited to see how it does on the bike. We're not going to be able to fire it up or run it today. It's just awful weather outside, but we are going to get it fired up and we'll have a video for that. But we will be installing it completely and just kind of show you guys as we go. You can see here the two carbs side by side. This is obviously the old one. You can tell by looking at it. This is going to go back for a core exchange, which is pretty cool. And then this is the new one. You can see she's pretty nice looking, but we're gonna take this carb and literally just mount it up as it came. Again, the gentleman that did this, what he does is you just give him the specs on your bike and he just sets it up. I mean, it really is kind of plug and play, but we're not going to touch anything on this carb. We're going to mount it up as is, and when we fire it up, we'll fire it up on film for the first time. And if you go back and watch the first video we had on this, we explained the removal process of it and how we just basically replaced all the gaskets on these carbs. A lot of times you can get away with reusing some of the seals, like the seal that goes to the manifold, etc. But as I've mentioned ad nauseum, this thing has been sitting for quite a bit. But we're going to go ahead and get started and get this sucker mounted up, and we'll just kind of give you guys updates as we go. So let's get started. Okay, well, we got this far, got it installed, got what I consider to be the hard part done. But look at that. I mean, it just looks, man, it looks good. I know that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be reliable and run good, but I'm pretty sure it's going to do well. But we'll fire it up once we get everything installed and we have a nicer day. We'll fire it up and test everything pretty good. One thing on these to note is when I took the carburetor off, if you watch the first video, I was able to get it off without removing anything up on the handlebars. All I did was just remove these adjusters. I can get up here. You can see here, these are the adjusters that you want to loosen to be able to do that. But also, whenever you're installing, go ahead. This is the way I do it. If you guys have a better way, please let me know. That's fine. I'm sure there's multiple ways to do it. I go ahead and loosen everything completely, just like you're taking the grip off, just like if you were to replace the grips. That just gives you more slack down here because it can get, for those of you that know, you feel like you need about 3 or 4 hands in there to get it right. But once you get it on, it'll be fine. But we need to get all this buttoned up. I need to hook up the choke cable on the other side, which is really super simple to do. We'll get the handlebars buttoned back up, and then get all the final back plate and everything, and then pretty much it'll be ready to fire up once we get some nice weather. Anyway, let's get back to it. All right, we are all done. We got it installed. A few things to kind of note. You saw me installing both the breather bolts going up here into the heads, and then also the 3 Torx bolts behind this cover. Don't over tighten these. There are torque specs for these. A lot of this stuff I do by feel. I use the torque wrench on the Torx bolts because They're only rated for 20 to 30, or excuse me, 20 to 40 inch pounds, not foot, inch pounds. And I did them to 30. So if you over tighten those, you're going to have a bad day. You're going to strip out the threads in your carburetor body, and you're going to be replacing the entire carburetor. So do not over tighten those. These right here are rated to about 120 inch pounds. I just do them by feel, just a lid, just snug them up really good. And believe it or not, guys, this bolt's even rated to only 60 inch pounds. So don't over tighten this stuff. If you get a little leak because of something, or if you have a little intake leak, you can always go back in and retighten it. If you strip it out, you're going to have a bad day. But thanks everybody for watching. Once we get some better weather out there, we're going to get this thing running, and we're going to do a good walk around of it running and just kind of show how great this thing looks. But it has come a long way. But appreciate everybody. Please subscribe if you can, and stay tuned for more videos to come.